XRP JD is right back at y'all because Wall Street is ready. Wall Street is ready, y'all, for XRP. Let me just say real quick, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. Please invest at your own risk. Be safe in this market. Use judgment and do your research. But I have a real quick clip here from Encash Official that further proves the interest around XRP. That further proves my point when I say XRP is one of the prime assets in this market and one of the prime assets that you want to hold. I'm not even going to waste no more time. Let's get into it.
From the Paul Barron podcast, Wall Street knows what's up. RizXRP posted this. Check this out, because again, these are individuals around EZA. They know what's happening around XRP. Paul Barron knows what's happening around XRP. Yes, Wall Street is ready. Check this out.
Wall Street comes in on the XRP ETFs. You have Goldman Sachs, of course, showing up. And this was an interesting news item. I'll bring it up real quick. Wall Street enters the XRP ETF. Inflows hitting 1.4 bill. Goldman Sachs becomes the top holder on XRP ETFs. You look at this and you just wonder, what else is being not told to us when it comes to these ETFs? Are we going to see more activity coming in from the institutions on this? What do you guys think?
Definitely. I mean, I put a post out actually about this around about a year ago now.
Yeah.
With respect to BlackRock ETFs, XRP ETFs as well. I think ultimately, when you look at these different institutions, they want to go where they can actually find the most money. I mean, financial services companies, their number one goal is ultimately to make money. And when you have an asset like XRP, which has so much liquidity, so many different holders, it's, number 3 biggest crypto in the world after Bitcoin and Ethereum. And in my view, will actually be bigger than Ethereum in the not too distant future. And ultimately, I think, that's why they're so attracted to XRP. And, as well, when you look at retail audience, XRP has a massive, massive holder base. If you look at something like Bitcoin, a lot of the Bitcoin is really held by, number 1, a very small fraction of people in terms of, you look at the whales and all of those people. And when new people come into crypto, Bitcoin isn't necessarily the first one they want to dip their toes in with. XRP is a really uniquely positioned asset. Obviously, ultimately, we do so much work on the XRP ledger and together with teams building on the XRP ledger because we're so bullish on it. But yeah, ultimately, all of these institutions you're seeing here, they want to get a piece of XRP.
I'm looking at the 500,000 XRP holding and above, and I'll just throw in a few names in there. You got Jane Street in here, DRW, Gallagher, Citadel, and then of course Millennium, and then Goldman right there at the top. So
some of the biggest names in finance: Gallagher, Goldman Sachs, huge financial institutions. These are the financial institutions that drive the markets, y'all. Pay attention.
Oh, pretty interesting.
All the biggest, the best hedge funds in the world, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is a lineup of, they know what's up.
Yeah, they are correct. Like, they know exactly what's going on here. Right ahead of one of the biggest deals being made. What exactly is that? Well, we have over here. Just in, the White House and senators have reached a tentative agreement to resolve the stablecoin yield debate that has stalled crypto legislation. And yes, we do have the announcement from CNBC earlier today. Breaking, CNBC just announced a compromise between banks and the crypto companies could be announced today to finally pass the crypto market structure bill. Trillions are waiting to flow once this bill is signed into law. Check it out.
Now listen, y'all, it is not a coincidence while all these things are happening simultaneously. This has been planned. Like I told you before, I've been around since 2020. I've learned some things here. This has been a strategic plan, y'all, to get the financial system to this point. There's a reason why XRP just got named a commodity. There's a reason why it got named a commodity right as this bill is getting ready to go through and be passed, this Clarity Act. I mean, let's look at the writing on the wall, y'all.
Now,
the bill, we still don't have real clarity on, whether crypto firms can effectively offer either, effectively the equivalent of interest or loyalty points or other kinds of things like that?
I'm hearing that there's a compromise in the works in the Senate Banking Committee, and I'm hearing that that compromise is going to be announced as early as today. I'm cautiously optimistic. Obviously, we don't know for sure if that will happen. To me, the bigger question is not whether a compromise will be reached between the financial institutions, the banks, and the companies like Coinbase over rewards. And that is, for your viewers, by the way, whether or not essentially some form of yield can be paid.
Bill.
And not only that, did you hear that? This bill is going to allow people who hold crypto to earn yield. Like I was telling you before, 3.5% yield on the assets that you hold in these financial institutions. So just be aware, y'all. Just be aware that the financial institutions are ready. Wall Street is ready. And let me tell you the great thing about this. Let's pull up CoinMarketCap here. And if you were to go invest in XRP right now, you get XRP at $1.44, y'all. Trust me when I say I have been studying and following this asset since 2020. XRP at $1.44 is an absolute steal. I'm still buying right now. I've been buying since the 10 and 11 cent days. And I'm still buying right now. It doesn't matter. $1.44, $2.44. I've been buying anywhere here under $3 because I've seen it as high as I've seen it go to the high back in 2024 to $3. I think it was $3.40 or $3.60. But however, ever since this thing dropped below $3, I've been buying. And I'm probably honestly, this is not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Invest at your own risk, make your own judgments, and do your research. But I'll be buying this thing anywhere under $20 because it's at that point, even at $10 or $15, it's still going to be a steal compared to where this price is going to go in the future, y'all. Now, take action. Take action because Wall Street is ready. Just know that this market, these prices are not going to wait on you. You need to get in now. Get in now while you got these bottom of the barrel prices here. You know, so I just had that on my heart. I had that on my spirit, y'all. So I wanted to come right back at y'all. As I said before, I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. And I'm going to leave it right there to the next one.